Hi, everybody. Before we start our show tonight, we'd like to acknowledge and remember those that have been influenced and impacted by the attacks of Paris, Beirut, and Baghdad this last week. There are people in this world that are intent upon bringing in hate and fear, and it's more important in these times that we know to come together and laugh in the face of those who would rather us mourn alone.
Live from the Nicholson School of Communications, it's Tonight's the Night. With special guest Yasmin Flasterstein and musical guest Cat Ridgeway. And now your host, Chris Nielsen.
All right, everybody, let's get into some news. A Google self-driving car was pulled over in Florida while driving 25 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone. There was no one in the driver's seat, only someone in the passenger seat. This either was the slowest invention ever or it was the quickest seat swap ever pulled on by a cop.
Apparently, the cop just heard someone quietly yell in the car, "Chinese fire drill!"
And then just ran around the car by himself?
And then just ran around the drill. Yeah. And, you know, the self-driving car is good. I can't wait until they make a self-tendering phone.
Oh, yeah?
That way I can just go, sweetie, I swear to God, it wasn't me, it was his phone.
You want Tinder to do all the Tendering for you? You want your phone to do all the Tendering
I'm
for
going to auto-detect ugly, and then it's going to take a picture of me and just not let me in.
That's a problem for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
A 97-year-old woman has received an honorary diploma from a Michigan high school. She also won the superlative for Best Smile, although it's kind of easy when they're all fake. Man, these kids, they're getting into fourth grade. Here's a fourth grade math question. Frank, Mike, and George and Ron went out on a total of 4 dates with 4 different girls. The second time Frank dated Rose and George dated Kay. The third time, Mike dated Mary and Ron dated Louise. The fourth time, George dated Louise and Ron dated Kay. For each of the 4 times, tell which girl dated which boy. What? Well, here's a fourth grade girl's response to the problem. I can't answer this problem because my mom says, according to the girl code, you shouldn't date an friend's ex-boyfriend. That's pretty smart of her, knowing the girl code.
That is. That's impressive. I hope she didn't. I hope she did get it from her mom, not that show on MTV.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably where she learned it. For Bloomingdale's, Bloomingdale's is putting on a damper on Christmas with a slew of offensive ads in their holiday catalog. Exhibit 1, funny, but mainly to white girls. Exhibit 2, creepy. I wonder who the inspiration was behind this. In Michigan, a Christian high school's principal, Jim Brazen, says that letting young women dress however they want is a double standard. Women don't understand the male mind, he says. Men are just hardwired to lust and they can't control it. Great job, Jim. You're setting back both men and women at the same time.
Well, you know, I heard his new plan for school uniforms actually requires girls to literally be hardwired into their now mandatory parkas.
See, that just solves the problem altogether.
Yeah, they just can't take it off, shower with it, everything.
Parkas are going to get a lot more distracting soon.
They are. It's going to become natural. Now we're going to start becoming attracted to parkas.
Now let's go into some Florida news, shall we? A Sarasota woman was caught hiding Xanax pills in her buttocks after stealing them from a Walmart. I'm sorry, guys. I got a headache. Feels better.
Can I get one of those?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you know where I... Never mind. Here you go.
Thanks. These taste like butt, man. Anyways, I wasn't paying attention. What were you talking about?
Never mind. A Pensacola teen actress said fake IDs was okay as long as, you know, you're acting. I bet she thinks that that's an excuse for a lot of crimes. You know, I mean, who's ever heard of getting in trouble for pretending like you're going to kill somebody?
Exactly. Or pretending you're going to buy alcohol.
Or pretending to be a cop.
Or pretending to be a good show host when you're not.
Ooh. Ouch. Thanks, man. A Panhandle man was arrested calling a woman 127 times and then some. Even Adele was like, damn. A Bud Light billboard on a Bud Light billboard on an Orlando road says that it's the perfect beer before you bounce. Okay, Bud Light. For PR purposes, I'm sure that when you say bounce, you mean literally jumping on and up and down on a trampoline, right? Because we wouldn't want anyone getting the wrong idea about, drinking and driving. Honestly, the perfect beer before you bounce sounds as close to go drink and drive as it possibly can. It's
not a smart campaign.
Not only that, but you know how they're supposed to say drink responsibly? For a long time, it's been hashtag up for whatever with Bud Light, which is also kind of going against the drinking and drive or drink responsibly thing.
Yeah.
A Tampa officer was, in other news, Tampa officer was getting an award for making over 100 DUI arrests. He was kicked out of the Mothers Against Drunk Driving Awards ceremony for being drunk. The ceremony was brought to you by Bud Light.
I think it's a little unfair how punished he was, considering unless he was sitting in a minivan in the middle of the ceremony drunk, I don't think he should get in that much trouble. But to be fair, if he was sitting in a minivan in the middle of the ceremony, man, he was really drunk.
Well, I mean, he was driving inside, so I'd assume so.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we have a clip to show. And every now and then we have a writers meeting every week, but every now and then we like to record them. And just look at how it went this week.
Every Tuesday and Thursdays we have a writers meeting, and things get pretty interesting.
All right, so I was thinking that you know how we usually do a Florida segment for our show. Well, that's all that weird stuff that happens in Florida. Well, I was thinking Ukraine is having a lot of weird things that is going on recently, so maybe we could do something based on that. I don't know. Yeah, that's
a great idea.
There's always
Yes. I love that.
There's always that. Yeah, and I had this Chipotle joke because of the E. coli outbreak that happened, and so I was thinking it's a little cheesy, but maybe we could have something with like a rim shot. I don't know, where you go, well, I mean, there might be all this E. coli happening, but it's gonna make you go chapati.
So, some people tried out to be hosts, and not everybody can be hosts, so we let them be writers.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's not,
It was so funny.
it was
Hilarious. Genius.
Yeah, so we got to do this, and we have to deal with that too.
Guys, how great of a host is he? I mean, look at this face. Look at it. It's so handsome, yet cartoony all at the same time. Oh, look at this thick, brown, voluminous hair.
That's voluptuous.
Look at that smile. I mean, now I know why I didn't get the host job.
I also auditioned to be the host of the show, and honestly, I think I should have gotten it. I am literally better than him in every way. All I got was being stuck with a bunch of losers in these writers' meetings.
Umberto, I mean, you cast Chris. You want to clear the air as to why I didn't get the job? Huh? Is it because of my accent? Are my teeth not wide enough for television? Or is it because I don't look like Chandler from Friends?
I get that a lot.
No. No more.
Oh.
You ruined everything.
All right, everybody, we'll be right back, but don't go anywhere.
For centuries, man has sought to reach the stars, but we've been limited only to the nearest of celestial bodies. Until now.
After decades of research, Project Tachyon has discovered the secret to light speed travel. Using a special receiver, the object is accelerated to near light speed and delivered to its other half.
While we are still developing the means to travel without the use of a receiver, the technology is here. With just the click of a button, this object will be sent to our research lab.
As you can see, the object arrived unaltered and stable. We are still testing the system with more complex organisms, but we believe human travel is only the next step. Our eyes are still set to the stars.
Tonight on Deals After Dark. When I think of quality sunglasses, I think of boldness, but simplicity. And nothing provides both of those more than this set. Tonight, we have a pair of beautiful used matte black Oakley Holbrook sunglasses. These glasses offer an American frame accented with metal rivets and Oakley icons, perfect for buyers seeking performance and style. And do we have a deal for you guys tonight? For the next 40 seconds, that's right, 40 seconds, you have a chance to get your hands on this exclusive featured price of $110 or best offer. This deal, usually only available on Craigslist, could be yours for the 8 super easy payments of $13.75. Wow, I'm now hearing that we've actually gone down to one single pair. So if you're interested in this deal or any other products from our program, you can always log on to dealsafterdark.com or call us at 1-800-555-DEAL. See you next time.
Our guest tonight is the president of Active Minds. Please welcome Yasmin Flasterstein. Now, what initially brought you to be a part of Active Minds?
I really wanted to be a part of Active Minds. We try to destigmatize mental health in order to encourage help seeking because my brother struggled for a really long time with mental health, and he really didn't want to seek the help that really could have helped him just because he felt like people would make fun of him or people wouldn't understand him or he would be alone, and it's just far from wrong because it's far from right because 1 in 4 people have a mental illness, and it's really common. And
so you really you felt like you needed to do something to take action, especially with that personal motive there, right? Is that what led you to want to be to run for president?
I wanted to run for president after I went to the national conference in Texas last year, and I met a lot of really influential people that really helped a lot of people stop from committing suicide, and it was inspirational, and I met a lot of really inspirational people with mental illness, and they were so far from what people thought that they were, and I wanted to change that.
That's awesome. Now, what kind of events does Active Minds put on?
We put on a lot of really cool events. We brought a TED speaker to the school recently. We also, for Halloween, we wrote stigmas on pumpkins related to mental health, and then we smashed them with a hammer, which was a lot of fun, and it also de-stressed. And I mean, one girl, she just really went at it. She wrote something that happened last week, and she was yelling it while hitting the pumpkin, and I mean,
so you just put it in a pumpkin or write it on a pumpkin?
Yeah, you write it on a pumpkin and you just smash it with a hammer. Yeah, people were walking by, but it starts the conversation. People start asking, "What are you doing?" And that's the best way to break the stigma is just to educate, talk about it.
So are those a lot of the kinds of responses that you get at these events, that people want to come up and learn more? Or what other kind of responses do you get from people that show up, or are they always super aware of mental illness and what's going on in that, or is it a learning experience for them as well?
I think it really is a learning experience for a lot of people. My favorite response is the people that it touches personally, and a lot of times you do something, and it's happened to me on multiple occasions where someone comes up and they take a flyer or something and they walk away and then they read it and they come back and they really thank me for what we're doing and what we stand for, and it's people you really wouldn't expect to have a mental illness or to be struggling with this.
Because you said 1 in 4, right? That's a lot. That's a lot.
1 in 4 people, yeah.
Not only are that many people influenced by it, there are even that many more that are influenced by that person.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Everybody knows somebody with a mental illness, whether they know it or not. I mean, 1 in 4 people have a mental illness, and we wouldn't think that because so many people suffer in silence. Imagine suffering with cancer in silence. Yeah.
Do you think college is one of the better places to approach this subject because people are more open-minded? High school level might be a bit immature, whereas in college people are really trying to expand what they're thinking about.
Surprisingly, the college demographic, 18 to 24-year-olds, has the lowest rate of help seeking. But it's shown that college people listen to their peers more than anyone. I mean, obviously we don't listen to our parents, but you know, you would think, but even like professionals, your teachers, we don't listen to. But that's why it's important for, as a college student, to, you know, make sure you're not using stigmatizing language. Make sure, you know, when your friend is saying something like, "Oh, I want to kill myself," there's so much happening, that, you know, you check in with them and say, are you really having those feelings? You know, and if you talk about it, it decreases the amounts of suicide, contrary to belief. But it's really important, peers to peers, that we're just there for each other.
That's awesome. Well, what do you want to say about mental health? What do you want people to, if there's one big thing that you want people to change their thinking on or change their opinion about, what's the main thing about mental health that you really wish more people knew?
I want people to know that mental health is real. It's just as real as physical health would be my main thing that I want people to take away.
And optimism obviously plays a huge role in this, because when someone realizes they've been, you know, diagnosed, or that someone else has been diagnosed with a mental illness, it's the initial response is mostly a negative one. Like, how am I gonna, how is this gonna change my? Can you say more of the role of optimism in
Optimism definitely plays a huge role. I think when someone's diagnosed with a mental illness, a big thing is that they feel like they're alone. They feel hopeless and isolated. So, you know, just saying something, even if it's little, is going to bring optimism to that person. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a mental illness. We all have mental health, you know? So you know how it feels when somebody tells you you're beautiful, or someone opens a door for you, and they're more likely to then do that for other people. So it's a chain reaction when you're optimistic and you help people, and it does help your mental health.
What about being educated on the subject? Because I feel, you know, you talked about it a little bit, you know, people who have mental illnesses aren't what people expect them to be. People who are depressed aren't these stereotypes that we imagine in our heads. And once people learn about these things, they're a lot more open-minded to the world around them.
Yeah, education's definitely very important. I don't think people mean to be stigmatizing. I don't think that people mean to misunderstand, but they do, and it's because they're not educated on it. And I mean, it's something as simple as just passing out some statistics, or just asking somebody who has depression or something, what is that like?
Yeah, we
but
mock
people
what
don't
we
want
don't
to ask
know,
that.
right? We mock what we don't know, and that's not
absolutely.
It's not a good thing.
Absolutely.
Now, how can people join Active Minds that are interested?
Yeah, you can join Active Minds by going to absolutely any of our events. We have bi-weekly meetings, we have discussions, we have student forums, we have events, we have volunteer opportunities. And just come to any of these events and you can pay dues. It's $15 for the semester, $20 for the year. But we invite everybody, and even if you don't have $15, it's open to the public. So really come to our events, come to anything, and educate yourself. Whether you know someone with mental illness or not, you owe it to those 1 in 4 people that have something to make yourself more educated.
That's great. Now we also have we have your website down at the bottom. If we can, there we go. Facebook.com/UCF Active Minds. So everybody, make sure to check that out. Yeah. Do we have? Are we going into the game now? No? Okay, we're not. No, that's too much. That's too much time. We did have a game planned. It was gonna be fun. But yeah. I got one more question for you. How good are you at school with arts and crafts?
Like a 3.
A 3? Okay. All right, everybody. That was our interview with Yasmin. Now make sure to check out Active Minds at UCF. Now we'll be right back after the break.
For centuries, man has sought to reach the stars, but we've been limited only to the nearest of celestial bodies. Until now.
After decades of research, Project Tachyon has discovered the secret to light speed travel. Using a special receiver, the object is accelerated to near light speed and delivered to its other half.
While we are still developing the means to travel without the use of a receiver, the technology is here. With just the click of a button, this object will be sent to our research lab.
As you can see, the object arrived unaltered and stable. We are still testing the system with more complex organisms, but we believe human travel is only the next step. Our eyes are still set to the stars.
Tonight on Deals After Dark. When I think of quality sunglasses, I think of boldness, but simplicity. And nothing provides both of those more than this set. Tonight, we have a pair of beautiful used matte black Oakley Holbrook sunglasses. These glasses offer an American frame accented with metal rivets and Oakley icons, perfect for buyers seeking performance and style. And do we have a deal for you guys tonight? For the next 40 seconds, that's right, 40 seconds, you have a chance to get your hands on this exclusive featured price of $110 or best offer. This deal, usually only available on Craigslist, could be yours for the 8 super easy payments of $13.75. Wow, I'm now hearing that we've actually gone down to one single pair. So if you're interested in this deal or any other products from our program, you can always log on to dealsafterdark.com or call us at 1-800-555-DEAL. See you next time.
Hey everybody, it's time to welcome our musical guest, Cat Ridgeway, with her a original song called Aspen. Take it away.
All right. I got off the train somewhere in Aspen. Jumped on out, miles left to go. You could call it reckless abandon, but I'm done, only enjoying earth through windows. Somewhere in Aspen, the dirt hit my feet. Somewhere in Aspen, happily skinned my knees. I've been walking round with my thumb out, hoping someone would pick me up. No idea where I'll go now, but I'm glad because trains don't wander enough. Somewhere in Aspen, the dirt in my feet. Skin my knees. Come into my aimless heart, Lord, lift me up. I have no reason to write you off now. I can run, but I can't run from myself. Little left worth running from, so I guess it's for my health. I said, hey, oh, now, don't you wait. I'm coming round. I said, hey, oh, now, don't you wait, don't you wait, don't you wait. Hey, oh, now, don't you wait. I'm coming round. I said, hey, oh, now, don't you wait. I'm getting ground. Somewhere in Aspen, dirt in my feet. bed. Somewhere in Aspen, dirt in my feet. Somewhere in Aspen, happily skin my knees.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, can you tell us like where people can find you online?
For sure, yeah. I have a website, just catridgeway.com, CATRIDGEWAY.
And are you playing any events upcoming soon? Where can people find you live?
I just played a couple art festivals this past week, and this Friday I'll be at the Chef's Table over in Winter Garden from 8 to 11.
Nice.
Come hang.
Now, that was a beautiful song. Where'd you get the inspiration from that? Like your biggest inspirations?
For that song?
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber? Really? Okay. Wait, can I ask which?
Aspen, like you go too far.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And one more thing, could you do us? Can you play us off?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. All right, thanks everybody. That's Tonight's the Night, and playing a show to show us off, Cat Ridgeway. Thanks everybody.
I've been running around trying to find a little bit of meaning in my life. Ooh, well, people search all around the world, say it's hard to find. But I didn't give up, I just stopped trying. Sometimes nothing is all it takes. Just gotta let the pieces fall in place. Ooh, and there was something about your warm souls. It begged my story to be told. I said, ooh, the way you love me. Oh, I'd like to see you again sometime. Ooh, I said, ooh, the way you love me. Oh, darling, please drop me a line. Baby, when I first saw you, my heart stopped. Ooh, and I just had to know your name. Sometimes nothing really is all it takes. Well, but darling, you're a special case. So usually I play it cool, but for you I fall flat onto my face. And the rips of your jeans and the things that just make me wanna go for it. Darling, tone it down.